guys so much for coming out to help us celebrate the opening of this beautiful Clear Creek Trail today on this gorgeous day. My name is Misty Murphy. I'm the Regional Trails Coordinator for the Northwest Arkansas Council. I think that this 3-mile section is one of the loveliest parts of the whole 36-mile Razorback Greenway. This connects Lake Fayetteville, the Northwest Arkansas Mall, and the rest of the Fayetteville Trail System along that gorgeous Greenway Trail. As I was learning about this Clear Creek Trail section, I looked back at the history of this area, and one of the things that stood out to me was how important this creek was to people's lives over the last 2 centuries. Both from an economic standpoint, you know, these waters help fuel the mills. They help serve as a social gathering place for people on baptism day and to escape the hot summer sun. And with the construction of this trail, this area is once again a social gathering place and is contributing back to the economic development of our area. So I'm really happy to see that. I want to thank a few people before we get started. I want to thank the Walton Family Foundation for all that they've done to bring this project to fruition. Without them, the Razorback Greenway would still be a pipe dream and this trail would not exist. So thank you so much to them. I want to thank the Northwest Arkansas Regional Planning Commission and Alta Planning and Design, who have spent countless hours going through paperwork and helping plan to bring these trails to fruition. So thank you guys. Boulder Construction has done such a great job of actually laying the miles of trail on the ground. If you've ridden this trail today, it's amazingly smooth and it's just gorgeous. So thank you to Boulder. And to the cities of Fayetteville and Johnson, as well as the Johnson Clear Creek Association, for being so supportive and committed to this project. And most of all, I want to thank the trail users. We have so many passionate trail users in these communities who have truly embraced this trail and the Razorback Greenway Trail System. So thank you for being passionate and for being responsible trail users.
Can I say something?
I also want to recognize we have some dignitaries here today. I want to thank them for being here with us. We have State Representative David Whitaker, who's here. Thank you. It's over there. And Washington County Justice of the Peace Butch Pond is here with us as well. And of course, we have several people from Fayetteville Parks and Rec. Connie Edmonston is here, Matt Mihailovich is here, and we have the mayors of Fayetteville and Johnson who will be speaking later. So with that, I want to go ahead and turn it over to John McClarty with the Northwest Arkansas Regional Planning Commission, who can give you some more details on this project and what it means to the community. Thank you.
Well, this is a great gathering. It's good to see everybody. Great day, perfect day for this. So, looks like I'm going to repeat some of the thanks that Misty gave, but name a few names. You know, these trails, this trail just didn't magically appear overnight. Somebody started working on this years and years ago, and there's been a lot of effort put into this. So I'm going to try to attempt to name some names because there's some people that have really played an important role. I want to start with Earth Plan Design Alternatives Engineering firm. That's Steve and Kim Hesse. They worked on this trail before there was identified money for this trail. So they did a lot of the preliminary engineering, so thanks to them. Then of course, Misty mentioned the Johnson Clear Creek. Bob Bova, Dan Cross, and Bill Burnett started this. I was just talking to Dan. He said they started drawing this on a napkin 8 years ago. So these things take a while. Then, of course, the guys that built it. We've got Jason Baxter over here and Ron Troutman. Thank you. These guys did an incredible job. Misty mentioned the Walton Family Foundation, but they didn't just sit in an office someplace and just, write a check. They were very interactive and came in interactive public meetings to design the location of the full Razorback Greenway. So Rob Brothers, he's here somewhere, and Ryan Hale, and early on Sandy Nickerson came to our meetings and just drew lines on maps and brainstormed. So we really appreciate the interaction of people that result in these trails. Then of course Matt Mihailovich, Trails Coordinator, he'll speak in a minute. Mayor Lionel Jordan of Fayetteville and Mayor Buddy Curry of Johnson. Without the support of these mayors, these trails wouldn't be happening. And then finally, as Misty said, and this is really important, all of you, the citizens, I can guarantee you this: if you weren't here using these trails, construction would stop. Part of this trail is being built north of here with federal money, and they require us to track trail usage. We have counters out on the trail, and we have to report this for the next 3 years. So just the fact that you're out using this trail will help future funding and support for more projects like this. So just real briefly, the Greenway, when completed, will be a 36-mile primarily off-road shared use trail that will extend from Lake Bella Vista in northern Bentonville to the Town Branch Trail in southern Fayetteville. This trail segment opening today links Walker Park in South Fayetteville to Lake Fayetteville and links the cities of Fayetteville and Johnson. I think that's so cool. I think this bridge right here links Johnson to Fayetteville, and that's really great. This trail, the full 36 miles, including the spurs, will link dozens of popular community destinations, including 23 schools, University of Arkansas, the Northwest Community College, and major employment and retail centers. It will link the Crystal Bridges Museum of American Art to the Shiloh Museum in Springdale. It will link the Botanical Garden of the Ozarks to the Compton Gardens in Bentonville. It will also link historic sites, city libraries, parks, playgrounds, arts and entertainment venues, and residential communities. We did a geographical analysis just yesterday based on the 2010 census, and within 1/2 mile of this trail, the 36-mile corridor, 76,000 people live within a 1/2 mile of this trail. And 80,000 people are employed within a 1/2 mile of this trail. So that means that gives this trail a tremendous potential to be used not just for recreation, and there's nothing wrong with recreation, that's great, but it can also be used for daily alternative transportation methods. So it's great to see everybody here, and we hope you get out and use this trail for recreation and to get back and forth to school, to work, to shopping, and wherever you need to go. So with that, I just give thanks to the users out here that have made this tremendous success and use the trail every day. And I'm going to turn it over to Matt Mihailovich, the Trails Coordinator for the City of Fayetteville.
Thanks, John. Thanks, everybody, for being here. What a day and what a trail. Everybody that's worked on this, it's just an amazing trail. Some of the things I really like about this trail is it actually doesn't cross any streets. We were able to go under bridges with all of our crossings. Direct connection from Skull Creek Trail to Lake Fayetteville Trail, which is 5.5 miles a loop there, and soon to be continued on north. So just really exciting to have this trail. You can tell I'm probably excited. Can you tell? Wanted to mention too a really exciting trail on the south side of town that's also opening today, and that's what we've called the Frisco Trail Southern Extension, and a real critical piece of our trail network because it's expanding the south part of town. We had a real block with MLK or 6th Street, it was previously known as a 5-lane major road was really stopping us from being able to expand to the south. And now we have a tunnel. We have a safe crossing of 71B as well. It's a new signalized crossing right there. It just went online today. We have lights on that trail. It's a 1/2 mile trail, but it's a really critical piece for our connections to the south. And pretty soon we're also going to be focusing a lot on connecting the regional park. All of you probably have heard about the exciting news with Mount Kessler and the regional park that'll be developing there. A lot of people instrumental in that happening. So also we'll be connecting trails down there. So just all really exciting. I encourage you we're going to do a long ride down to that trail. Boulder Construction also built the Frisco Trail Southern Extension. We have Jim Thurman, he was the superintendent on that job, did a great job. So we're just really pleased with all of that. Also, just wanted to mention, just south of MLK, everyone knows where Chick-fil-A is. There, right behind Chick-fil-A, there's a new trail that will be opening in about a month, and that's called the Chalagi Trail. It stands for Cherokee. It actually followed part of the Trail of Tears, so we named it that. It's the Cherokee word for Cherokee Trail, Chalagi Trail. But really important trail, too, to connect up all the student housing in that area. It'll tie right into that Frisco Trail Southern Extension and under MLK. So I encourage you all to just get out there and explore the trails and enjoy it. So at that point, I'd like to introduce a man that loves these trails, Mayor Lionel Jordan.
Howdy, folks. Well, this is an exciting day, isn't it? You know, I certainly want to thank I want to thank a few folks today. I certainly want to thank the Walton Family Foundation for helping us with the funding on these great trails, the Clear Creek and the southern extension that we're doing. And I want to certainly thank the Northwest Arkansas Planning Commission, John McClarty, and the work that we did on this and that they have done on this. I want to thank the Johnson Clear Creek Trail Association, Bob Ova and Dan Cross and Bill Burnett. Thank you all very, very much. I want to thank all the crews that worked on building these trails. But you know, I'm going to tell you folks, I'm very excited today because, you know, Eleanor Roosevelt said, "The future belongs to those who believe in the beauty of their dreams." 5 years ago, this trail was just a dream. And I've always been a firm believer in not looking at the things that are seen, but the things that are not seen, because that's where the dreams lie. And you reach up into that area and you bring it down into reality, and this is a great example of that, is it not? I tell you something, where's my staff? Matt Mihailovich, I see Jeremy. Raise your hand. Let me tell you something. Without this staff, I couldn't do anything. This staff makes things go. This staff is not just staff to me. This staff is like my family. We are partners together, and we make things go, and we move things forward. And that's what I think, yes. And that's what I think about this region. This region, we are all partners in this region, and we all dream together. And if you dream small, you'll have small things occur. We dream big, and we get things like this done together. This trail, I had some folks tell me when we had a bridge setting up there about Rogers, they said, "Oh, well, this is cute. This is a bridge to nowhere." I always believe in the glass being half full, and I said, I believe that is a bridge to everywhere. This trail and the bridges that we have are not just bridges, and this is not just a trail. It is a trail for everywhere that affects every person in this region. As we are all partners, we walk on this trail together, we dream together, and we move this region forward together. This is a trail of destiny. This region is a region of destiny, and we move it forward together. Thank you. I'm ready to cut the ribbon.
I'd like to thank everybody for showing up, and I'd like to talk to who scheduled this and put me behind Lionel with that speech. It's going to be hard to top that, but I'm going to try to keep it short and sweet. It's getting hot out here. Most everybody's been thanked for it, but I think especially with the city of Johnson, if the Walton Foundation had not stepped in and helped us, they funded 100% of Johnson. If not, this trail would not have existed through here. And it's opened my eyes and our whole city as to what a trail does for a city on this. And at this time, I would like to announce that everybody in Johnson, if you live down here, you say, how do I get on the trail? We're working on a trailhead off of Wilkerson Street. We're working on a grant. We've got the design and engineering going on right now. So as soon as we get that done, I'm hoping by late June or early July, we're going to start construction on that. It's going to start small. We're going to start out with just a place for 6 cars, but we're doing future expansion, and it may take us a few years to get something nice, but we're going to build something that's going to fit with this trail. It's going to look real nice. And once again, I want to thank everybody for getting here today, and I think it's time for the best thing. Let's go do the ribbon cutting. Thank y'all.
So I'm holding you up from cutting the ribbon, and a lot of people have been thanked. So I'm going to try not to repeat that. There was back when Lonnie Barron was mayor, he formed a parks committee, and he was the one that started the initial fundraising to pay EDA to kind of help us with our chicken scratch designs. And one of our initial charter members, Randy Birchfield, who was the head of the street department for the city of Johnson, they have both passed on and are not able to be here at the conclusion of this project. But soon you're going to see a plaque on this bridge to memorialize them, as they were part of the charter members to get this started. We've mentioned EDA. They got out ahead of this donated time, waited over a year to get paid for some of their design fees. I wish they could be here today, but without their help early on getting the foundation set for this, we wouldn't have been ready for this Greenway project. A little bit about JCCT, myself, Bob and Bill, Sue Bova, and Jane Barron are the rest of our private nonprofit incorporation. We formed that so that we could support the region outside cross city boundaries like we did here, where we have a project that spans 2 cities. So we're dedicated to protecting green space and fundraising for trail development in the area. So that's a little bit more about who JCCT is. It's not a community college. Didn't want anybody confused about that. All of the landowners that donated and cooperated with the easements, we had to get permission. One of the landowners, Walter Robertson's here today, he kind of went above and beyond. He allowed us to stage most of the construction in his parking lot. He also donated 3 acres, which is going to be the trailhead. It's 5, he donated 3 usable acres. 5 in total that can be used for our trailhead, which again, Mayor Curry said we're hoping to break ground on that later this summer. Rob Brothers, when we did the groundbreaking 18 months ago on this trail, said that the priority is to improve the quality of life for the community. And, you know, right now, if you're cynical, all we've done is connect Fayetteville to Fayetteville, which may not look good on a resume, but we've given everybody access to Clear Creek. Before this project, the only ones that have seen this part of the creek were the landowners. 5 people maybe. We've opened up this beautiful scenery, this green space, and what I'm most excited about is the potential in the future. When we take this trail and we do the next phase that connects up to Arvest Ballpark, past the Women's Hospital on the other side of the interstate, the rest of our chicken scratches, we said draw a line on anything that's a creek or a ditch that becomes a creek, and we can get to John Tyson Elementary or Helen Tyson Middle School or Tyson Headquarters. All of those tributaries flow into this system. So that's what I'm most excited about, is what we've got to come next. So that's all I have. I think that wraps up the speaking. And Misty, is there anything else before we go to the ribbon cutting?
No, let's cut the ribbon.
Thank you, everybody, for coming down here today. Let's get the ribbon cut.